I had to make a video about this um, because this is the thing um, that's been really clicking more than normal. Um, a part of me didn't want to believe um, that this was really important as it is. You know what I mean? Um, it's more important than I thought for sure of what I think is important. But to God, it seems to be extremely important. Extremely. And I'm right about this. And it's love, real love. Uh, not love of what people think is love. Not that kind of love. True love. The kind of love that God knows, that God feels for people. That love. He really wants me. This is no joke. He really wants me to feel real love. For real. Fully. Eventually. For myself, for everybody else. For some reason, that's a big, big, big deal. For all. For all. For me to feel love, it's a big deal. And people think I'm just joking around. I'm not. I'm not joking around about this. This is a bigger deal than I thought. For me to feel real love. Not bullshit love. Not lust. Nothing. Because God knows I never learned love most of my life. I didn't. And I didn't, from what I learned on this planet, nobody knows how to love. Nobody does. You know, you probably figured that out as well. No human knows how to love at all. Not for real. Not like Kakarot can. Yahweh. For those of you that have felt the love of Jesus, it's way more than you felt from any human. Way more love. And you probably didn't even feel the full spectrum, full weight of Jesus' love for you. He held back. It's that strong that Jesus has to hold back his love for you. No joke. I felt the love for myself. I know how strong it is. It can make me emotional. Someone that doesn't like to feel love or is stoic, it can make me break and be emotional. His love can. I don't care what the hell chemicals I'm on. I can still feel Jesus' love above it all. It's stronger than anything you take. God's love is. It is. And that's how we're going to win this war, is with love. I'm serious. Real love. The love that Jesus knows, that Jesus feels. He wants me to feel that as well. Eventually, like him. He's really trying to make me a mini me. He is of him. A mini me of him. Eventually. No joke. He's correcting me of what I thought love was. He's correcting me with time. Of like, no, that's not love. No, that's not love. That's not love. He is. He's correcting me. I was way off of what I thought real love was. I was way off. Way off. I still am. I still am way off of what real love is. How to really love somebody. I was way off. Way off. This world taught me way wrong. This world taught me way wrong about what love is, or what I thought love should be, or what I thought love was. I was way off. I admit it. I was way off. But God wants to correct this with me. He does. Before I can make Timmy, I have to figure out how to feel real love. I have to really love my wife. I have to really feel love for her. Real love, not fake. Not lust, none of that. Real love, no joke. That's the goal. That may be the most critical part of my purpose. It may be. I feel it, is for me to feel real love, like Jesus feels real love. But I always thought that was stupid. I admit it. No one believes in love on this planet. There's no love on this planet, and I'm right. No one cares about anybody for real on this planet, and I'm right from what I've seen my whole life. No one cares about anybody, so I didn't care about anybody. No one cares about shit on this planet, but apparently God cares. He cares despite everybody not caring about anything. He still loves. He still cares. God does, and that's rare. That's rare, for sure. And God knows how rare that is for me to find. It's the most consistent thing I've experienced in this life is God's caring, His love throughout any part of my life. God's love has been the most consistent thing out of anything. All things fall to the wayside. God's love is still there. Jesus is still there. I don't care what position you are in life, for worse or for better. God's love is consistent. It's still there. All your friends leave you, betray you. God's still there for you. It's the one consistent thing. That's what I've learned. Notice how I'm completely alone right now. Everyone fell to the wayside. God's love is still there. God's still here for me. The ultimate loner. God still loves me. God bless him as well. To love me when no one else can or does. Besides you, Mary Magdalene. Besides you. God cares, It still throws me off that people care about me on the ground. There are people that care about me on the ground. There are. It throws me off. Most of my life, it wasn't like that. For the majority of my life, it wasn't like that. My family was just faking it. As far as loving me goes, they were faking it. But there are now people on the earth that love me for real. Actual people on the ground. So God is reminding me of that. It's throwing me off. Because a part of me is like, no one cares about me. No one loves me. I can't use that excuse anymore. You know what I mean? No one loves me. I can get off the planet. No problem. No one cares. I can't use that excuse anymore. And God knows it. God knows that I know that people care about me. For real. They do. On the ground, not just Jesus. Not just Jesus somewhere in the sky. Somewhere. Wherever he is. Yahweh. But anyways. That's what, after today especially, that's what I feel. God wants me to know. The only consistent thing, seems like, is real love. The love of God is the only consistent thing. You know what I mean? When all pleasures of the flesh are out of the way, God's love is still there. Yep. Yep. It's strong. God's love is so strong. It's kept me alive 11 years longer than I should be alive. His love alone has kept me alive. Alone. It's that strong it kept me alive. A dead man. He's kept a dead man alive way longer than he should be alive. Just with his love alone for that dead man, me. But eventually, he wants me to feel love. Even though I don't really want to. I'm like, this is true. I'm like, nobody cared about me most of my life. No one cared about me. Even yesterday, people didn't care about me. They're like, get out of the way. They just see me as trash. No one cared about me most of my life. So why should I care about anybody else? This is it. This is it. This is the crossroads I'm at. God knows it. Because no one cared about me most of my life. It's true. No one really cared. No one really, not really. It was all fake. So I'm like, no one cared about me. And it was obvious no one cared about me or what happened to me. So why should I care about anybody else? Why should I care about this planet? You know what I mean? Why should I care? Why should I love anybody on this planet? Why should I love this planet and the people on this planet like you do, Kakarot? Why should I care? He's like trying to convince the anti-hero of the world that doesn't want to help the world. Me. He's trying to convince me to love the world. For real. No joke. He's like, I'm giving you a chance to feel love. I'm giving you a chance, showing you my love for you to feel for others, you know. And everything's going to be all right. If you feel love for others, it's not going to kill you. That's what I'm afraid of. I'm like, if I love people, they're going to just betray me and kill me. It's too dangerous to love people. It is. They'll rip my heart out again. But God's trying to get me past that, you know what I mean? Because God's the trump card. I can't use the excuse. I can't. This is it. I can't use the excuse that nobody gives a shit. Yeah, I can't. There is something out there that cares. No joke. That loves me unconditionally. That loves you unconditionally. There's something out there that cares for real. And that throws me off because most of my life on this planet, on this earth, and it's true, most people didn't care about anything. They didn't care about me. It was all fake. It was all fake. It was all pretend. But despite that, there's something, and it's throwing me off still. There's something out there that loves me for real. Unconditionally. Loves me for real. No strings attached. No bullshit. No agenda. Nothing. Although he does want me to walk this purpose for him. But it's about, it'll help me in the end, apparently. It'll be good in the end for me if I do it. I've tried everything else on this earth. Doesn't work. Doesn't make me happy. So I'm like, I'm hoping God knows how to make me happy. And part of making me happy is I have to feel love. I have to. Somehow I have to feel real love. Not bullshit. Not just words. You know, I have to feel real love. For my enemies as well. For everybody. Anybody that wants to screw me, that has screwed me over, I gotta feel love for them still. That's what God's trying to teach me. That's what Kakarot did. When he was on the earth, and God bless him. God bless him for being this perfect. To love his enemies. To love the people that crucified him. No joke. To love his neighbor. To love himself. I always wondered that. Did Jesus love himself? Maybe. Maybe he had love for himself. Kept himself up, kept and stuff. Combed his hair. More than me, you know. Maybe Kakarot kept up on his daily care of himself, you know. Taking care of his body. Because he knew it was God's temple. No joke. But somehow Jesus cared about himself and cared for others at the same time. And he did it the right way. Somehow he pulled off that balance. And he wants to teach me how to do that. How to love myself, not screw myself over, and love others like he loves others at the same damn time. Same time. Try and stop cussing. And I have to stop cussing, you know, eventually. He's trying to clean me up. He is. One day at a time, clean me up. Clean up my entire act. My entire self, clean me up. Until people see me walking around, they're like, damn, that's a man of God if I ever saw one. No joke. 24/7. That's what God wants to make me. No joke. Not on the level of like, oh, when people see Jesus, they're like, that's a man of God if I've ever seen one. Not on that level, but something like that. And I feel I'm right about this. It's a tough task for me. It is. Because God knows I don't want to do it, really. I don't want to love the world that didn't love me. That didn't love me most of my life. Although people love me more these days, seems like, than most of my life. But God made that happen. He did. God put his love into people for me in the past. He did. To keep me alive, God gave his love for me to another person. So that other person could care for me for a bit. You know what I mean? So she would love me like God does to care for me for a bit. God did that one time in my life. He did. He gave his love for me to another person. So that person was feeling the love of God's love for me. She did. No joke. That happened. To keep me alive, God transferred his love for me to another person on the ground. So someone on the ground had God's love within them for me. No joke. That's how good God is. That's how precise and good he is. That's how good he is. So if anybody knows the strength of God's love, it's probably me. Probably me. It's strong, you know. Sometimes I forget about like the ways of the world. They make me think the things of the world are important, you know. But God's love is still stronger than anything this world has to offer. It is. No joke. And eventually, he knew it would be hard for me to feel real love and not fake it, not pretend. Feel real love for people. Real love for myself and real love for all people. That shift is what God is looking for, because he knows I hated it here on this planet. I hated life. I hated everybody. I hated myself. I hated God. I hated everything. I did. So that's how critical this is. He's trying to change someone that hated everything to someone that loves everything. He is. That's part of this road. Part of this road is to change me to really love and not fake it. Not fake that I love being here just so I don't get locked up. Not fake it, but really love it here, you know. That's what God's trying to do. He is. For me to love everything. My enemies, every person, the normies that don't know what's going on, love them, you know, love the narcissists from a distance, love them, you know, the energy suckers, love them, love my enemies, you know, pray for them, you know, God bless them, God, right now, pray for them, and do that, and then love myself somehow, still, I don't know. Love's always been tricky for me. God knows I don't know what real love is. Even still, with God helping me, I still don't know what love is. I'm just like, love is crap. Love is crap. Love will just get you killed. That's what I think. I'm like, love will get you killed one day. You know, they'll manipulate you and tear you up if you love. That's what I think. But God's trying to show me that's not necessarily the case. That love is king and love will triumph in the end. Despite everyone that destroys the person of love. Despite that, the love will triumph. It will. Even if I don't believe it yet, love will triumph still, even if it sounds cheesy, which it does. Love will triumph still. The love of God will triumph in the end. It will. When all said and done, love will stand at the top. It will. Just the way Jesus stands at the top. With his love, he stands king. And love is part of that. Love, real love is the reason he stands king. No joke. It is. It is. Love is one of the reasons Jesus stands king. Is because people have felt his real love. It's legit. His love is legit. It is. I felt it myself. As much as I hate to admit it. He beats me. All these comparing with Jesus, all these competition with Kakarot, the suffering, the honor, the honesty. He has me, I can say this point blank. If there's one thing that Jesus has me beat on, it's love. It is. He has me beat by a million trillion miles in the love department. He does. It's impressive. It's impressive. He has me beat, and I know it. I know it. You know, all this other stuff. I'm like, I probably beat him in honesty. I probably beat him in honesty. You know, those kind of things I have a better gauge on. You know what I mean? To compare with Jesus. I'm like, I could probably beat him in honesty. Maybe. You know. But in this category, I'm not confused. I'm not. I'm not confused in this category. Between me and Jesus, he has me beat by 1,000,000 miles, 1,000,000,000,000 miles in real love. He does. This category. Between me and Jesus, this category, he has me beat. You can write it down. I don't care. I don't care. It won't affect me. But he has me beat in this department by 1,000,000 miles. He does. By 1,000,000 miles. As much as I hate to admit it, as much as I don't know how he does it, how do you pull off this kind of love despite all the enemies out there? All the people that trying to take you down, Jesus, you still have this love. Throws me off. Throws me off. It does. God knows it confuses me. For sure. This area, Jesus has me beat. Hands down. The suffering, I thought I had him beat. I did. Back in the day, I thought I had him beat in suffering. I did. But in this category, I am not even close. I am not even close, and I know it. I know it. I can tell you the truth point blank to your face. I'm not even close. I'll tell anybody to their face if they walk up to me. I'm not even close to Jesus and feeling love for you. I'll tell anybody to their face. I'm not even close to feeling Jesus' love for you. Not even close. Don't expect me to feel love for you like Jesus. Don't expect it. I can tell anybody that point blank right now. Anybody that walks up to me, like, I don't feel love for you like Jesus does. Get away from me. That's where I'm at right now. But Jesus wouldn't be like that. He wouldn't be like that. Get away from me. Even to his enemies, he wouldn't. He's that good. He is. He's that confident in God the Father. Just keep feeling love for people. Even if he may face death, imprisonment, homelessness, doesn't matter. Jesus will still feel that love for people. He will. He's that solid. In this area, if there's anything I know he's better than me. And I hate to admit he's better than me in anything. I do. You guys know that. You guys know I hate to admit that he's better than me in anything. Kakarot is. I hate to admit it. I do. But in this area, I admit it. I felt his love myself. I have. His love is king above anything you can find on this earth. His love is stronger than it, better than anything you can find. But anyways, that's the one thing God wants me to figure out eventually and become is a beacon of love, a man of love. It's no bullshit. He does. It's going to be tough. It will be tough for me. God knows. Like I said, I've hated this whole world most of my life and was proud of it. I was proud. That's another thing. I was proud to hate this place. I was proud of it. I'm like, I hate this place. I'm better than this place. Fuck this place. But God wants me to change. Someone like that to change 180. He wants me to love this place and mean it. Full-heartedly. Love it and mean it. Real love. No faking. No faking so I don't get locked up. Really love it here. You know? That's what he wants. It's no joke. It's gonna be it still is my hardest task. It's my hardest task to pull off. It is, and God knows it as well. Feeling real love. Not fake, not lust. Real love for people, my enemies, and meaning it will be my hardest task to achieve ever. And I know it. Because I'm not used to doing that. I'm not used to loving anything. Not really. Besides Dragon Ball Z, as you guys know, besides loving Dragon Ball Z, that's not even real. I don't love anything else. or the female design. I love the female design as well. Those two things. I'm not very complicated. I'm not a very complicated man. Those two things. I'm good. But anyways, enough about that. I better get going. So, figure out this love thing somehow. Somehow figure out this love thing. That's what I'm going to do as I go out the door. Figure out this love thing again. This complicated thing to figure out, it seems like. But God will show me the way. He will show me how. I'm sure. And that's all I'll say for this.